Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter, not a Kickstarter critique, this is another Behind the Corner, where I take you behind the scenes of running Bauer's Game Corner, and we're going to be talking about how I make money on my YouTube channel, and specifically how much I made for the month of May, or April 2022. So April 2022 was a big month for me. I just had a new baby in the middle of the month. So that's going to be drastically changing everything, but still, for Bauer's Game Corner, just super happy with the direction we're heading in. And as you can see, this is going to be a big chunk of it is straight up from YouTube. And so last month I had 85,000 views roughly, and that was up 8.7 thousand more than typically. Nice. Watch time was up at 5,000 hours per month, meaning I was being watched every single second of the day, which is a cool feeling. And then subscribers, I gained 220, which is just fantastic. Now, down from March, which was 253, but if you're looking at this and you see, 140, October of last year, 71, June, 107, last April, 202, that's still fantastic, and I'm super happy with the growth. It says 10 videos published, but I published way more than that, so I don't know what the heck that's to talk about. And then money-wise, I made $399.83. Now, we're going to break that down in much more depth in a second, but right now I'm just trying to show you a broad glance. So let's take a look at it daily, and you can see typically about how things are going. Only one day all month last month where I lost subscribers, which is fantastic. Apparently people were not feeling the McDonald's new spicy chicken nuggets review, but I'm trying a little bit of everything now. And I just, when you have a day, and here's the thing, as a YouTube content creator, when you have, like the last few days, like I just want you to look at this, that in a few days, I had nearly 50 people join. And I remember when I first started YouTube, there would be days and sometimes weeks between gaining new subscribers. And so I never lose the thrill of having a great day and be like, oh my gosh, I had more than 10 that day. And so I love seeing that that's still continuing to go forward. Estimated revenue, if you want to know around how much I make a day, around 13, 14 bucks just on YouTube though. And there's other ways that I'm going to make money, which we'll go into. And let's get into one right now, which is I run a Patreon. Right, we had 2 new Patreon contributors last month, so huge thanks to DJ2929 and Trent. And I'm getting super close to actually hitting the $100 per month, but this means every month, $98 is just boom. And this is just consistent as long as I keep doing what I do, and they keep going here. Now, I don't do much on my Patreon. This is much more like you want to support the channel, you like what I do type of thing, but I do hope in the future do more things. Like in March, I gave away a $25 GameCrafter gift card. Well, I didn't do it here, but I announced it there. But anywho, Patreon, great extra source of cash that just kind of slowly pools up. And I don't touch this money. I just let it pool up until we have an emergency, and that's when I'll probably dip into this. But I love seeing that grow, so thank you so much for everyone who's a Patreon supporter. But that's another way that I make money. But back to YouTube, because I think that's undoubtedly the most interesting thing. Now let's check out what they had to say about it. What affected my channel's performance last month? More views because you published more videos. So we'll see. 87. 87. I was really chugging them out, apparently, last month. And it worked. Revenue went up because more people saw more ads on your video. Common reasons this may have happened. More ad formats were enabled. No. More advertising activity on YouTube, which can... Okay. But yeah. Ad displays. So 1.1 thousand ads got displayed. I made $384 off that. But... now we can actually see, and we're gonna dig real deep into this. And wow, these are my top 10 videos for last month, for April 2022. Still, number 1, even though I posted in December, how to play Uno Wild, how to play Five Alive. This is another mass market. I did have a kid, busy month. Hey Keith, how to play Five Alive, same thing here, and you can actually, and what I love. And this was actually something I started to do a couple of years ago because I just saw that these were potentially ways to really grow my channel. And then Casting Shadows. This one's surprising that this one's still on there. March 24th, and yet it's still popping in April. Puff Pal on Skies. So a board game here at number 3. Kickstarter Critique board game. Kickstarter Critique video game at number 4. I'm interested to see, yeah, that's 8 new subscribers as well. So that's fantastic. That's what I love to see. That means when I do video game content, which I've started to interweave some of that in there, and if you look at the view counts, they're flat out failures. And that's something that doesn't really bug me. It's never really bugged me because I think of Walmart. I think of Bauer's Game Corner like as Walmart. Like, if you're not interested in a video, you just don't click on it. So it's like, I just don't buy things I don't want at Walmart, but eventually maybe if I keep covering more video game content, more people will watch the video game content I put out. Now, right now, the Kickstarter critiques where I do video games tend to be pretty big, especially if they're $1 million one. But this one's plus 8 subscribers, 1284, fantastic. And that was just me sitting there talking about the campaign. This one, likewise, $30, and that's really fascinating to me. Oh no, because it had more views. This one made $30. Let's just see how much it made in the month of April, though. And wow, you can I think you can tell when the campaign ended because it sunk like a rock, and then it spiked a little bit right there, which is interesting. But that's always fascinating to me. But anywho, still 6 subscribers in the month of April from that, and that's why I love the Kickstarter critiques. Every time I do that, it's like scratching a lottery ticket. And one of the reasons why, because I want to reemphasize this, because we can actually go look. I love being able to just show you all this behind the scenes stuff. There's just so much fashion. Like, look at my most recent videos, like 30 views, 20 views, 19 views, 35 views, 31 views. They're like next to no views. And that stinks sometimes. But the bottom line is, as I've always learned, is you just got to keep scratching the lottery tickets. And sometimes they'll hit later. I've had some videos where they just didn't get into the YouTube algorithm. Then they get into the YouTube algorithms, or a certain person shares it, or something happens, and then they spike all of a sudden. But same with board games. Going back to what I said, I used to go days and weeks, and sometimes, I don't know if everyone a month, but maybe towards the beginning, no, probably weeks, of not getting new subscribers when I first started posting board game content. My videos got very, very few views. And so I just see that, I'm doing that for video games now. Like, I'm teething right now on video game content, but hopefully, as I continue to cover video game content, I will gain more people in that aspect, and then those videos will get more views. That's just how I see it. We'll find out. Either way, I love playing video games, so it's a no-brainer. I love games, period. But why's Bauer's Game Corner got to be restricted to board games? Likewise, this was a Target game, and this was something that I started to do a couple of years ago, where I just buy the newest games at Target. And I check Target every day pretty much to see if there's new board games, and if there are, I go pick them up and I try and make content on those games. And actually, I'm very excited to check out to see my most recent big purchase from Target. So we'll dig into that as well, because that is not in my top 10. But Five Alive, 10 subscribers, $23. This game cost me $6. It's already paid for itself. And the bottom line is, this is just going to keep trending upward. If this gets a second and a third and a fourth and a print run and people love this game, this is it's gonna be like Uno. It's gonna be like Skippo. It's gonna be like a lot of other games that you see. Maybe not that big, but still. And then here we go. This is the big one. Now this one took a little bit of a hit. This one was an absolute rocket to the moon because I had the first Uno All Wild video up, but since a whole bunch of other people put up how to play videos, it slowed down, but still 148 views. And take a look at this. So this is let's just go the last 7 days. I still made $2.10 off this $6 game. And that's why I love doing these. That's in 1 week. I made $2.10 off of my Uno All Wild video. And that's also why I don't necessarily worry about a video failing. Let's check out the first 24 hours. 190. So that's actually really, really good for me that I got that in the first 24 hours. But let's go back to the top 10 for the month. How to play Uno Ultimate Mobile, how to play Skyjo the card game, how to play Ono 99, how to play Barrel of Freaking Monkeys, because I saw a hole and I ran through it. I said, there's not a how to play video on Barrel of Monkeys. Speaking of which, go check out my how to play Jacks video. That one's not doing nearly as well. I tried to replicate that success, not picking it up. But Barrel of Monkeys cost me like $6 for the Barrel of Monkeys, and it's gained me 16 subscribers and $27.35. Now, the other thing that I'm hoping to eventually get more of, as these style videos get more popular and I start to gain subscribers that are just here at my dog is like so loud upstairs. How to do is that I'm going to get subscribers who might click on the Amazon associate links down below. So this is another way I make a little bit of money. And when I say a little bit of money, I really do mean a little bit of money. So underneath every single YouTube video that I make, pretty much. Thank you, Keith. I try and if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to dig into anything behind the scenes on this. But I have links down below, and you can see I got 17 clicks this way, 16 clicks. I have quite literally a couple thousand of these links on YouTube videos, but this should show you just how little I make off my Amazon associate links. That being said, I don't mention them, and I think that's on me, and I want to do an experiment. I'm gonna work on it where I think maybe for a month, in every video I mention there's an Amazon associate link, and then I see if there's a noticeable increase in mentioning that. Because as a YouTube content creator, I don't want to be that content creator. It's like, check out my Patreon, check out the subscribe button, check out this. You got to check out my Fiverr, and then this, and then that, and the other. I want to mention maybe one thing. But what is it? Do I ask you to subscribe? Do I ask you to support me on Patreon? Do I ask you to click on the Amazon associate link down below? Because I know you're probably going to shop on Amazon in the next few days as it is. You know, where do I best steer people without sounding like I'm just like, hey, give me that money, give me that money. And that might just be me. But yes, Amazon Associates, as you see, I made $1.88 last month. And most of that was just recently. So, yeah, and how this works is you click on the link down below, you buy anything on Amazon at all, and I get a small percentage of it. That's it. So then how to play, just dominating here. 8 of my top 10 are how to play videos. Just so staggering. They're not new. October 2021, January 2022, December 2021, November 2021, March 2022. These are not new videos, but they just keep chugging along. Like this one I do actually want to check out, because this one I was super excited about. Oh, here it is. So 11 subscribers, 2222. So this one is getting close to paying itself off. I have a feeling they're going to keep producing this game, but who knows? Who knows? It's not going as gangbusters as I thought it was going to be. And partially just because I feel like they just kind of dropped it. And that's one thing that I've noticed the more that I follow like these huge game companies like Uno and Hasbro and that sort of thing, Mattel, is they just kind of drop stuff. It's just like, oh, it's out. It doesn't really seem like there's much buzz about it, because I follow them on social media and stuff, and it's just so fascinating to me. I wonder why they don't. But what I do want to check out is the Wizard of Oz game, because this was my most recent Target acquisition, and I made a whole bunch of content on this game, hoping that it would be super popular. Also, people have been requesting, hey, how to play videos, but for more complex games. And they're coming. They are coming. I'm slowly working my way towards it, because I don't want to make bad how to play videos. I just don't. And so as much as I'd love to go for like that meaty, 4X game that I got sitting over here that I personally adore, and I think a how to play video would be spectacular for, I don't know if I'm super comfortable doing that yet, because if I screw it up, I don't... Oh no, timeout. Hey dear, are you streaming? I don't know. Is my internet down? I don't know if you can hear me. I apologize. I was listening to Lionel Richie. Is it gone? We good? Or I think we're back. I do believe... No, what happened to my OBS? It's right there? Sorry, is it... What? It's already running. No. What's going on? I gotta... So I just got... Oh my gosh, that's been running. I screwed that up. I just got a notification that my OBS was not working properly. I am back. I got kicked out. Thank you, Keith, for filling me in on that. I was not sure. Okay, so back to the Wizard of Oz. So this one I think was like 30 or 40 bucks. Bought it brand new. Immediately went home, played it, shot a how to play video, shot a Bauer plays video. So 1 new subscriber there. The how to play, 4 subscribers, 742, and 20 views in the last 48 hours. So this one I expect to just be a slow trickle upward, especially if nobody else does a how to play video on this. And hopefully, this game continues to get more popular. But this one I foresee paying for itself eventually. And that's really the only bar that I have, is like, is it going to pay for itself if I make a video on it and make content on it? And here we go, another gameplay video, sitting at 387. So this one is well on its way to paying for itself. Not quite going crazy gangbusters like the Neil Patrick Harris one did. Which, yeah, like this one still. I think this is the first time in a couple months that this was not actually in my top videos. Because yeah, this one, this is part 2 actually. Excuse me. Because I want to give you the best example that I've had, the best Target success that I've had which was undoubtedly the Neil Patrick Harris game. Yeah, so $215 grand total plus whatever I got for the review, and a boatload of subscribers. 50, 60 subscribers off one game. And those are why I have to chase those Target games right there. Because they might potentially be, doing gangbusters. Now let's dig in. Nitty-gritty time. We are really getting into the weeds here, even though we already pretty much were. But let's go to talk about it on Fiverr. So I run a Fiverr, and I just added a new service, thanks in part to a suggestion from, I think it was Darth. So awesome suggestion. He said, you know what? You should have pre-launch Kickstarter campaigns. Because the bottom line is, if you haven't catched my Kickstarter critiques yet, they can sometimes be they're very they're critiques. They're critical. You know, I'm very blunt about what I have to say, and some people don't like that necessarily going out into the the atmosphere. And so now I offer a pre-launch one where I'll check it out before the launch. We can just talk about it. That will not be making a video on, but the bottom line is, Darth was totally right. And other people have said this. I just need to have a whole bunch of these because I see other things that people offer on Fiverr that I could do. Like, I'll be a spokesman for your product. I see this ad pop up all the time. It's like $40-50, and it's pretty much just, hey, I'll stand in front of a green screen. I'll read whatever lines you need me to. I'll do it in whatever emotion, whatever infliction, dressed however you want. Because, I'm a very vivid guy. I like being in front of the camera. And it's just an obvious one that I could potentially add to my repertoire. And with my Fiverr, I see this being, at one point, potentially, the bulk of how I make money. A huge chunk of it. Right now it is. And I'll show you how much I made last month. So these ones are all from May. But in April, it was busy. So he's 60, 90, 290, 450, 530, 570, 670. So you can see. But honestly, April was my best month that I've ever had. But if more months were like April, and then May not looking too shabby either. Sitting at 60, 140, 180, 460, 560, $620. So that is a big chunk. God damn! Hey dear, are you streaming? Hopefully I'm back. I don't know. Okay. So either way. Hopefully this is continuing to be an upward trend, but I will say, despite the fact I have 4.9 out of 5 stars with 53 reviews, I currently got dinged down, not 1, but 2 levels on Fiverr. And I gotta tell you, man, Fiverr is just so rough. If you miss a deadline, and by any amount of time, it's just, boom, you're automatically dinged, and you can get bumped down. Like, they take it super serious, because I got all the way up to level 2, and I think that's part of the reason, I got pushed to the top of the advertising thing, and now I'm back down to level 0, and it's like, it's the kind of thing where if someone on the other end misses an email, or misses, like, something that misses an email pretty much, or a notification, then I get dinged for it, and there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I got dinged for one where the guy left a big tip for me. Like, I love the service, 5-star. But Fiverr's like, nah, you were late on your project. And I was like, no, he just didn't click the button to extend the deadline by 3 days because I didn't get the game in time. And it's like, there's nothing I can do about it, but I'm venting. I apologize. Save the venting for later. But the bottom line is, with my Fiverr, super proud of this one. This one, I really do think. And the thing with Fiverr is it gets me excited about the future, because all these services, for the most part, I can do from anywhere in the world. Like, I have worked long enough at Bauer's Game Corner that I can take my services wherever I want, and that's really kind of cool. But now let's dig into the weeds, because we'll talk about, what do we want to talk about? By the way, if there's anything you are interested in, behind the scenes here, please let me know in the questions. Subscribers lost, typically we don't read much from that, because typically you just don't have one that dominates there. Estimated revenue. Card clicks. Nobody clicks on cards. Nobody. Just nobody. Oh, 4 people in 0099. 3 people. That's like a record 3. Impressions, sure. Let's see what most people saw. Puff Pal Island Skies. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. And anything else? Impressions, unique viewers, average views per viewer, YouTube premium views. Let's see. Let's see if there's any, let's just try and see what the premium viewers are looking at. Transactions. I'm gonna bet those ones are Kickstarter critiques, maybe, just because they have extra disposable income. Because Kickstarter, that's the sort of thing. I don't know. Ad impressions. None of this. Sure. I don't even know what ad impression means. Let's just check. We're gonna get into a bunch. One more. Dislikes. Let's check out what the most disliked video is. So first thing, dislike Puff Pal's Island Skies Kickstarter critique review, and that, yeah, I was pretty. Here's the thing with that one. That was such an interesting one. And actually, I'm going to try a different style format video because there's like 4 or 5 people in the comments of that video like, you need to come back and revisit it because they pretty much just took every single word out of your mouth and put it on their Kickstarter page, or a huge chunk of them. And that's, like, from a content creator perspective, like, that's really cool to hear. And that, I mean, that's just neat. It's just neat to hear, like, oh yeah, they totally saw what you said. Casting Shadows, the board game, same thing. I was pretty, that one was a jalop, and that one was just, Rivenstone, a brand new, okay. How to play the Uno Ultimate on Marvel. Now that one's a bit interesting to me. Not sure why that one got 5 down likes. Let me see what the, oh no. Yeah, I'm not sure why that one, alright. But the rest is 3, not very many there. Ad impressions. Let's check out what the biggest ad impression is. How do I reorganize my ad impressions? You can't, or why? Look at this. This is the only one I can't click. I can click here. I can click here. I can click here, but I cannot organize my ad impressions. All right, whatever. Lame. YouTube premium views. How to play Uno Ultimate All Marvel, Puff Pals Island Skies, Casting Shadows. So it pretty much just looks like my normal top 10. So, in case you're wondering, it looks like YouTube Premium viewers pretty much view the same thing as regular YouTube viewers. Because that is pretty much verbatim my top 10 from the last month, but premium views. Impressions. Now that's cool. I don't typically look at that number, but I gotta say that's pretty neat that 898,000 people saw one of my thumbnails last month. In 1 month. That's just so bonkers to me. Nearly 900,000 people saw one of my videos. They were scrolling and they saw that. It's amazing. Anywho. Puff Pal Island Skies, Stonefire. So yeah. Oh, Stonefire. Thoughts in the Corner. That one got a lot of impressions. Interesting. Very. I wonder, because this was part of, well, actually, this is a good time to talk about it. This is part, wait, I clicked on it. Oh, don't take me out of here. Oh, it's taking me out of here. Dang it. This is the last way I make money, which is I have a, what is it? Sponsorship with a game crafter. They pay me X amount of dollars. I don't know if they feel comfortable with me telling you it, so I won't, because I want to rock the boat, because it's a good amount. I'm very happy with our relationship. Essentially, I do 4 videos for them every month. I do a setup video, which they want, a unboxing video, and now I do deep unboxings where I kind of explain all the different all the components, but what they also do in correlation with the game. A gameplay video, and then a full review at the end of the month. And that one, and so I get paid pretty much enough to pay a bill and a half with that. And so that's really awesome to me. And then yeah, something just jumped right here. We could probably figure that out. Let's do some snoop work. How viewers found the video. YouTube recommendations. YouTube recommends videos to viewers home and alongside the video they're currently watching up next. So for some reason, YouTube thought that this was definitely going to be one that people wanted to see. Interesting. Now I kind of want to look at the traffic source for a different video. Dang it. Stupid YouTube. Got to take me away from what I was doing. One wrong click. And they send you... Oh, there was my thumbnail again. All right, here we go. Back to the analytics. And before we get out, I do want to look at the 48 hours analytics, because I love checking out the 48-hour analytics. That really gives me a feel for the heartbeat of the channel. But back down to here. All right. So any of these that let's check out. Ooh, so there's lots of stuff up here. Let's see. I just want to click on some of these. I'm just going to go exploring. Traffic source. So this is fantastic. Last 28 days. No, we want to make it just April. Let's find out where the majority of people finding me on YouTube are just from searches. Cool. External, 25,000. Can I right-click this? No, my right-click is broken. I don't understand it. I hate that. Browse features, suggested videos, channel pages. Okay. Let's check out the geography. So primarily, actually no, less than half of my viewers are from the United States of America. That's awesome. That means that half my viewership is coming from all around the world, and that's just so cool to me. Canada coming in strong with 4,500. What's up, Canada? I'd love to live there. UK, 3,700. Germany, 25. Australia, 25. India, 1,500. What's up, India? Philippines, France, Mexico, Spain, Indonesia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 countries around the world, well, a couple continents, I suppose, with India and Australia, that have at least 1,000 viewers on my channel. That's so cool to me. Netherlands, India, Italy, Brazil. Let's see if any of these just shock me. Thailand, Singapore, New Zealand, Belgium, Sweden, Greece, Austria, South Africa, 139. What's up, South Africa? And you know what? I know South Africa is becoming a hotbed for board games. I see that. You know, they got the board game con that I think I covered on Kickstarter a couple years ago, and that's just really cool to see these parts of the world, you know, getting more engaged, at least with my particular board game videos. And 11 people in Iraq. What are up? Bahrain? No, you suck, Argentina. Get banned, Argentina. Unless you... viewer age, let's check that one out. So 13 to 17, still have not cracked 1% on that. But honestly, you know, 13 to 17, I just don't think board games most of the time. 18 to 24, though. Cashing in on the college crowd. That's fantastic. 15%. And I love that because that's potentially, you know, that's 15% of my viewership who, in theory, if they like what I do, and I plan on covering board games forever, I'm going to have these people for a very long time, and they're going to be interested in the content. That's awesome. But the biggest chunk, 25 to 44, I got the 25 to 44 demographic, is 65%, and that's where I am as well. And then nearly 2% over 65. What's up? That's cool. Let's check out the genders. Breakdown on that. Male, 69.3, 30.6. I'd love to see that 50-50 one day. Highly probably going to take a long time. But I want to check out where this one has been. So let's see. So that's right now, we're at 69 to 30.6. Let's see. Ooh, up from last year, 72.5 to 27.5. Let's see. Can we get lifetime? Let's just go lifetime. And then up from, okay. So slowly creeping upward, like seeing that. All right, what else we got here? Date? What is this one? Oh, this is just which days were the biggest for me? Okay. Revenue source. Estimate. Yeah, that's about the same thing. Subscription status. What is this? Not subscribed. Primarily, 93% of the people not subscribed, 7% subscribed. What's up, 7%? You rock. Subscription source, YouTube watch page. Okay. Any playlist. Wow. The bad games I've reviewed is my most popular playlist. Popular uploads. How to play videos. D+ graded Kickstarter critiques. So people like to see the bad stuff. And I actually do have. I just bought a whiteboard over there, a tiny whiteboard. It's got a list of things that I want to do every single day to make Bauer's Game Corner, make my life better, period. As a husband, as a father, as, you know, an aspiring political candidate, as, you know, a board game content creator, as all these things. One of those things is to go back through every single Kickstarter critique I've done, figure out what grade I gave, and then put them into categories. Because, I mean, there's clearly... people are more interested in the bad stuff than the good stuff. Which is, hey, and then Splinterlands coverage. Hey, I see you there. I see you. I'm trying to get in on that Splinterlands action. I love that game, by the way. I'm going to do a review of that one pretty soon. But it's just such a hard game to review. It's so huge. But yeah, interesting. 267 views, 34 cents. Not much there, but still. And that was a sponsored video as well, even though we didn't like the game. But let's go to channel analytics. Let's check out the last 48 hours. Anything else here we want to see? Reach? Ooh. No, this is kind of what I saw. Audience. This is casting. New viewers who returned. Videos growing your audience. Interesting. So these videos, people came, but they were less likely to come back. Other channels your audience watches: Dice Tower, Board Game Co., Quackalope, Watch It Played, Rondo. I'd say that's pretty good company. King of Average, Legion Game, Shut Up. Yeah, this makes sense. Makes sense here. When viewers are on YouTube most. Primarily during the day. That makes sense since I do 2 live streams most days. Top geographies. We already looked at this stuff. Okay. Revenue and research. No, research is the new one. Let's check out research. How do I do this? Search across YouTube. So these were explore search terms relevant to your channel based on what your viewers and viewers of your channel are looking for on YouTube. So these are the terms that got me a good chunk of viewers. Exploding Kittens, Mantis, How to Play Dominoes, Gloomhaven, Columbus, Ohio. Really? Columbus, Ohio. Columbus, Ohio. That's from the food reviews and stuff I started doing Origins. I did Origins food reviews last year as YouTube shorts. And I'm going to continue to do them because I see this and I say to myself, okay, there's a hole to run through here. And that's why I continue. I did a Chinese buffet review for my local Chinese buffet, just a YouTube short. I also am getting on TikTok. So that might be something I'm monetizing in the future. I don't know. I'm stretching myself thin on that. We'll see if the TikTok stands, but I just see a lot of people doing really well on TikTok. And while I personally don't believe it's nearly as effective as YouTube, I think that might just be the old fogey in me. And I want to test that myself. I want to give, because that's another thing I'm planning on doing. I'm planning on doing a TikTok every few days about board games. Let's see how that goes. And see if that's something that's worth my time on, or if I should stick with YouTube Shorts, or if I should make more videos, or if I should do more live streams. It's just so many choices, so little to do, and that's so much to do, and that's fantastic to me. That's what I want, and that's why I really tried to expand my niche. That's why I started covering much more crowdfunding stuff and video game things and food reviews and trying to mix it up and seeing what sticks. But this is the last 48 hours and the last 60 minutes. Let's see if there's anything surprising here, starting from the bottom. Just a lot of play, tons of how to play, and this is why I love this. Like How to Play Marvel Mayhem. I gotta tell you, I was very disappointed with how this video did. Why can't I click on the stupid? You're so stupid. I hate. Okay, you know what? Can I do this? Will it take me all the way out? No, just okay. Man, I need to fix my computer. For whatever reason, it will not let me right click on something. So yeah, this game, 720 views, 338. It cost me like $9. I just expected it to do better. And that's what I was talking about. Some of these big companies presumably just drop these games that I think are going to be big games because they're like big IPs and stuff. And they don't really advertise them, and they don't seem to do that well, at least in YouTube searches. And I go and I look at other YouTube, like other videos with those games, and it's bizarre to me. But let's check it out. So back here, a lot of how to play stuff. The GoPro 8 Buyer's Remorse. Now this one is kind of interesting to me. This is one of my few YouTube shorts, which has been a consistent YouTube short that's done, it gets a little all the time. Whereas most of them, they'll either do next to nothing, or they'll do next to nothing and then they'll go boom, and they'll get on the short shelf, and then they'll just do next to nothing. But this is one of the only ones I've done that is just kind of chugging along, and that's really fascinating to me because I'm a little baby toddler infant when it comes to YouTube Shorts. I'm trying to figure it out. I think it might be this thumbnail. Like I think that's a banging thumbnail. Like, oh, what's this guy going to talk about? How to Play Moose Master, G.I. Joe, Mission Critical, How to Play. This one. So this one I kind of dug a little bit. I'm trying to get on that Quackalope the board game code, because I see the other people that my viewers are watching. And a lot of them cover tons of the Kickstarter content where they actually play the games and do reviews and stuff. And so I did one. However, I believe that we were a bit too critical and they didn't post our video on the Kickstarter page. And, that stinks. But I understand it. And, I mean, it is what it is. They put my quote up there, so that's nice. We got Neil Patrick Harris, pardon me. Just continuing to churn along. This was from 2 years ago, 34 views in just the last 48 hours. Still fantastic. How to Play Game of Life. Boomtown. So this is the new one I did. So this is hopefully going to be a new series, a new YouTube short series that I start where I talk about hidden gem board games. Pretty much I just pull a game down from my shelf that's at least 5 years old that I really, really like that nobody talks about anymore. And this is a new series that I'm going to be trying to do and see how it does. And 37 views overnight, that's really promising to me. This one right here, this tells me that I need to be doing more Townstar content, because this, once again, I posted this in February, and it's still consistently churning, and I'm actually was working on my Town Star in the background right there, which might have been why we were lagging, so I do apologize for that. I didn't realize that was up. It's actually really bad. But nothing. The Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew review, so that's new and topical, but that was not very good. Okay, so nothing too surprising or crazy here, but that's why I like to check it, because sometimes you'll see a spike in something, you can capitalize on it, and I don't see anything in particular here that's giving me that vibe. So there you go. That is behind the quarter of how much I made in April 2022. If you enjoyed this content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. I'm trying to reach 10,000 subscribers, celebrate my 10-year anniversary of making YouTube content. Or, of course, click on that Amazon associate link. Buy anything on Amazon, and I get like a nickel. But as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.